Hey, good afternoon, fam. Good afternoon. Hope all is well with everybody today. Hope all is well with everybody today. Listen, I have another good one for you guys today, right? And this one today is coming from AARP. AARP. I'm sure you guys are well familiar with who AARP is, right? Or what they are. I'm sorry. So the title says 8 ways to keep from going broke in retirement. 8 ways to keep from going broke in retirement. So the title alone, in my opinion, is already disturbing. And the reason why I say is this is just pure evidence that a lot of people are gonna technically be retired, but they're not retired. Like they're not secured. Let's put it that way. Okay, they won't be working. In most cases, they're probably forced out of work. Okay, in most cases, let's say their body can no longer do it anymore. Okay, but most of the time when they retire, they do not have enough funds to live well. And this is what I kind of preach every single time I get on here in reference to people being diligent as to how they're saving money and how they're spending money, right? Most people, nowadays I run far, far, far away from people who want to have me spend. I run far, far away from people who want to have me spend. Whether it's expensive dinners, whether it's expensive travels. There are a lot of people out here who I personally believe they don't care any longer. They're just living for today. There's nothing in their mind that says tomorrow is coming and will I be prepared for tomorrow. They don't care. And me realizing that, I run far, far, far away from these people. And this is the advice I'm going to give you guys in 2020 for 2026. For 2026. Okay? Always have your future plans in front of you. And don't let anybody allow you to deviate from that. Or else you will fall into the same category as these people in this article that we're about to go through, right? You will fall into the same category as the people who I see on a daily basis who can't retire. I did a video a while back and I asked the question, but nobody answered the question, right? Can you close your eyes and envision you being 57, 58, 59, 60 and have $0 for retirement? Can you visualize, can you imagine how scary that must be for an individual to know I may have to work forever, or I may be dependent every single month to try to find a paycheck from somewhere in my elder years. Okay? Let's go through this. 8 ways to keep from going broke in retirement. Okay? Number 1, it says be realistic about your expenses, which means that you didn't save enough. So now you got to live extremely below what you would like to live or what you had envisioned for yourself. Okay. It says right here, a lot of people are not honest with themselves about how much they will spend in retirement. Okay. It also says right here, it says to get a general estimate, add up your regular expenses like rent or mortgage payment, utilities, taxes, and insurance, then figure out your variable spending. Okay. It might be things like dining out, groceries, gas, and vacations, right? Be sure to factor in new expenses that might pop up in retirement and any costs that might go away. New expenses for retirement could be things like healthcare costs, which will be on you 100%. Okay, dental care, which will be on you 100%. Eye care, which will be on you 100%. Okay, number 2, see where you can save. And I don't know how easy that might be. Everything is costing more money. I have a question. If it's hard for you to save now and you're working, you're making, let's say 80, 90 grand a year, right? If it's hard for you to save now, how easy is it gonna be when you're only living off of $3,000 or $4,000 a month in income? It's just a question. It's just a question. I want somebody to help me understand that. Right? This is why I try to tell people, like, again, I don't believe that people see far out. They're just living for today. The reason why I put away 30% of what I make, and they suggest 10 or 15%, but I know that suggestion is just, how can I put this? It's just a way for them not to scare people as to the true number. That's really what it is. It's a very conservative number. The true number that you need to put away is going to be upwards above 30%. But they're afraid to tell people that because they know most people will panic when they hear something like that. Right? Number 3, figure out the right withdrawal rate, which means whatever I saved, I got to figure out how much I can take out monthly or annually that it won't deplete what I saved, so I won't end up being broke or being totally out of money during retirement, so I won't end up being destitute. Okay, now there are ways around this particular part, and this is only if you save money. Okay, you can consider maybe an annuity. You put the money inside an annuity. Some annuity give you what's called a guaranteed income for life, right? If you want more information about that, feel free to text me and we can talk about it. My number is 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. Okay, that's an option. The reason why, because an annuity guarantees your income for life. That's one of the biggest thing about an annuity is the fact that I make a deposit, right? If I happen to deplete the money inside this deposit that I made, they will still cut you a check. It's going to be a certain percentage, just so you know, but they'll still cut you a check at least until you die. Number 4 right here says play catch up. While it's always best to start saving for retirement when you are young, says it right here, okay? It's never too late for older workers to play catch up. Starting when you turn 50, the IRS lets you make a larger catch up contribution to a retirement account. Doing so can significantly bulk up your nest egg. Okay. For 2024, workers under age 50 can put up to $23,000 into a workplace retirement plan. Okay. That's about roughly $1,700 a month, somewhere around there, right? Such as a 401k or 403b. But those who are 50 plus can contribute up to $30,000 a year. So that's about $2,500 a month. And these numbers actually kind of make sense. Okay, this is true number. This is one of those, not sugarcoating. This is what you need to do, and you need to figure out a way. Okay. Number 5 is be strategic about Social Security. If you can afford to hold off taking Social Security until you reach age 70 or at least your late 60s, your monthly check will be appreciably bigger. So you have to wait till you're 70 years old. I'm sorry, let me not say you have to. It'll be smart for you to wait till you're 70 to get the most amount from Social Security. But if a person have a significant amount of money that they themselves save, then this right here would not be a concern for them. But most people trigger Social Security early because they don't have nothing saved and they need something to at least eat. I do these videos because I'm trying to figure out a way to help people. And a lot of people won't realize this until it slaps them dead in the face, which is right around the time most of the people I'm dealing with right now, it's happening to them right now, because they're literally right around retirement age and boom, the light bulb just going off in their mind like, whoa, I don't have nothing at all saved. Sorry about that, guys. I don't have nothing at all saved. Now the panic is starting to set in. Right? And I always tell you, if you're watching this, you're 35 years old, 40 years old, let me tell you something. What you have on your side is time. You have the greatest gift on your time on your side right now, which is time. And which means that you don't have to do such a huge number. But you can start to put something away right now and be consistent with it, that by the time you get to age 59, 60, you got a big nest egg. You got a big nest egg. Right? Even if you're watching this and you're 50. Last year, AARP put out another article. This was last year. And they said roughly 20% of people between the age of 50 and 66 have zero retirement income. Zero. And more than half of the people who are 50 to 66 say they know they don't have enough money saved for retirement. This is some scary stuff. But every time we go outside, you see people doing things that you know is cutting into the budget. You see them at fancy restaurants. You see them with the latest bags. You see them with the biggest cars. You see them buying the biggest house. I did a lot of videos in reference to why I believe home ownership is robbing a lot of people from retirement. Everybody's trying to outdo everybody. Everybody's trying to outdo everybody. I did a video a while back when I was talking to one of my clients who was a doctor, and I was asking her why did she feel the need to buy this house that's about $6,000-7,000 a month. It's $1 million house. She got a beamer outside, so my car gotta match my house. Whenever I meet her for lunch, she's decked to the T, Chanel bag. Okay, my physical appearance gotta match, my aesthetics gotta match my car and my house. And I was talking to her about putting $500 away into a index universal life plan. And she said, oh, that's too expensive, that's too much. But she drove to me in a X6. Okay. Your mortgage is 7 G's. Okay. This is what I always tell people. We're so busy ripping and running, right? That we don't get to close our eyes and picture far out and say, man, if I'm 60, how would I survive if I don't have any money? What kind of a burden would that be? I have friends right now who are stressed out because their parents didn't save any money. And I mean literally nothing. And they the one helping, robbing from Peter to pay Paul. They're already robbing from Peter to pay Paul for their personal bills. Now they got to rob from John, Amy, and whoever to help pay for mom and dad's bill. When we live in a country that give us all these plans, that all we got to do is partake in it and be disciplined. I'm doing a video probably later on today that talks about the things you need to avoid for 2026 and the things you need to do moving forward in 2026. You guys look out for it. It's coming out soon. Okay? Number seven, which a lot of people for some reason forget about this. Don't forget about health care costs when you're planning for retirement, because you're no longer at a job anymore. All that is on you now. The average 65-year-old will need to devote roughly $165,000 of savings. Let me repeat that one more time. The average 65-year-old will need to devote roughly $165,000 of savings to healthcare expenses in retirement, according to a 2024 Fidelity study. A couple who are both 65 will need approximately $330,000 saved up. This is just for healthcare. Okay? Some of y'all walk around here without any life insurance. Okay? And especially the newer type of life. Some of y'all do have life insurance, but some of y'all have your life insurance is ancient. They got life insurance right now that has living benefits that can help cover some of this situation here if it was to arise. Some of you guys are walking around here without long-term care. A lot of people are living reckless. I'm 47 years old. And as I'm reading this article, I'm paranoid. I'm like, hold up. Nah, this is why I started doing my list for next year. This gotta go, that gotta go, that gotta go, that gotta go. That I'm it's not a game. It's not a game. There can be nothing worse than being old or older, I'm sorry, and you're lacking resources. There's nothing worse than being older and you cannot take care of yourself. You have to call each one of your children every month to beg for money. Knowing that while you're asking them for the money, that is taken away from their livelihood and take care of their children, your grandchildren. Okay. I don't want this to be a long one. Number 8, consider a side hustle. I did a video a while back reaching out to 50-year-olds that don't have any retirement income and talk about them, coming to business with me, learn the insurance industry and doing 1 or 2 policies a month. That will bring them an additional $15 to $2,000 a month. They take $1,000 out of that and start to pump it into their retirement account. Boom, boom, boom. They do that for the next 15 years. They should have some pretty reasonable size amount of retirement income. But you gotta act now. You can't wait till you're 60 now trying to figure out where I'm gonna get an extra $15,000, $2,000 a month for. Oh my God, I'm screwed. Listen, if you want more information on this, if you want to talk more, if you want to see how I can get a plan started, if you fall into that category of the individual who don't have any money saved up for retirement, or the individual who knows that you're not saving enough, or you're not even saving the right vehicle, or you don't even know where to save, feel free to text me at 443-208-5480. That's 443-208-5480. Or you can email me at evolve@titanevolutiongroup.com. I will add all this in the description below. You can also go to my website, which is titanevolutiongroup.com. Outside of that, hope you guys have a wonderful and blessed rest of your day. Talk to y'all soon.